This is our final episode of 2023.
And maybe forever.
And maybe forever. Who knows? This is our farewell episode.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Guys, we
Sorry.
made it back. We actually came back
We are here.
because we weren't going to.
We were done.
For at least 2023, but maybe forever. So hopefully it won't be, but next year is right around the corner. A lot of things are probably going to change for both of us. So
TJ is a high flyer.
What? What?
He's just busy. He's just going to be busy.
I have a job now. That's what it is.
He's got a job now. I didn't want to say that you finally have a job.
I have a consistent job next year.
Yeah. Which is
And
super
so-
cool. I don't know if he ever wants to share it here, but it's really exciting.
It just feels weird because it's, I don't know, maybe it won't happen. I don't know.
He could still get fired. That's what it
I can
is.
still get fired. I'm obviously not.
You've
like,
already
I'm
started
not on
it.
a contract. Like I'm a freelance person. But yeah, that's very exciting. Which means that next year is going to be full of stuff, and it might mean that it's a bit harder to film podcast, but it's okay. But hopefully we can do some stuff. We'll probably try to use this channel sometimes next year, even if it doesn't mean there'll be a podcast.
We
or
will
something.
continue to try and collaborate.
Yeah, and Jay's and the complete opposite of me. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
I don't want to talk about it, actually.
Okay, so
I quit my job.
yeah. No yays.
No,
But
okay,
exciting new season.
So this is really funny because when we started this, we were like, "Hi, this is us. I work for a church and da da da."
I don't have a job.
I don't have a job, and now it's reversed. TJ now works for a church, and I don't have a job.
And you don't have a job.
So, at the time of recording, I have 1 week left. So we're recording this before Christmas, and also Merry Christmas.
Merry
Whenever
Christmas.
this comes out, probably after Christmas.
Christmas.
But Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. But yeah, I've decided to finish off at my work and go into 2024. What's the date? 2024. I was going to stop at
Wow,
2020.
because it already feels like it's 2024.
I
so
tried
then
to
I could do,
cover by saying what's the number, but I was fully going to stop at 2020.
2020. It's
No,
2020 again. No.
So going into 2024 with just like, let's see
What's
what
gonna happen?
happens. So I'm not going in with like a job. Obviously kind of would still be keen to kind of do creative and film and that kind of stuff. I don't know if we're going to talk about this later, but anyway,
You can cut it.
that's kind of the stuff that I want to look that I want to do, but not going to rush into it.
Yeah.
Probably going to take a couple months off.
Have a little break.
Have a little break, but also the last, like, probably the past week, because it's becoming more real that I'm finishing up. Like, literally, when I'm in bed, like, trying to sleep, usually I have my sleep sounds, right? Everything's really coming full circle, I feel like, all the stuff that we talked about in this podcast. But I haven't been putting my sleep sounds on, so my brain has been awake, okay? And so I fall asleep just to me thinking about, okay, what am I going to do? And this. Like,
So
Hold on.
existential.
I'm forgetting what I was going to say. Oh, no.
Oh no.
I lost it.
You're talking about as you're finishing, it's getting more real that it's ending.
Yes.
And then you're talking about sleep sounds.
It's more about, oh, my God.
What the hell were you gonna say?
It was something about So as my brain is awake, even though I'm trying to sleep, I keep running scenarios of like, oh, also, and this is what I'm going to do. And also, this is what we're going to do. Like, okay, you know how, okay, this is a wild segue, but you know how, like, at uni or whatever, you're like, okay, exams, or your brain is, I'm going to be doing stuff, and everything for a extended period of time. You're really focused on something, and then you finish that, and then, like, the first day that you're free, you're like, there's a little part of you that's like, oh, I still have to keep doing stuff. And then it's like, no, it's done, you know?
Yeah.
And so I feel,
It's gonna feel like that for a while,
yeah,
probably at least a month.
okay.
We're gonna be like, I know I don't need to go to work,
Yeah, that's, yeah,
but my body is still in like that routine.
yeah.
And it
And
takes about a
sometimes
month
it's,
before it's like your body still kind of feels it, but like as it's feeling it, you
Y-
know, like your brain is like, it's okay, you're fine.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing, you know?
And it's not even like I'm scared to go to work or it's
Mm.
like traumatic to go to work,
Mm-mm.
but it's literally like, okay, oh no, it's like sometimes my brain panics, like because I took that month off. The first week, I caught myself being like, oh no, I haven't thought about work, or like I haven't mentally prepared to go into work tomorrow,
Mm.
and then it's like,
What is it, Monday-itis?
yeah, 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 it's like that. Or when I was in uni, it would be like. I was scared that I still had some deadlines, and I had to be like, "It's fine, you don't actually have anything." So anyway, I'm saying all this to say that I feel like I'm gonna feel that way in January, but also the whole thing that I was saying this for is I keep thinking I'm gonna be productive. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna read so many books, and I'm gonna okay. I didn't allow myself to really form this thought properly, but I'm gonna say it out loud.
Go for it.
And this is no promises, but I was like, what if I finish my book? That would be insane.
Yes.
I don't, and I feel like because I said it, it's not gonna happen now.
I think okay. This is I'm
done.
I'm actually saying advice now. So sorry. Just you can cut this out if you don't want to put it in. That those are very red flags to me as someone that did exactly that. That was like talking about this big game and like talk to people when I was like leaving and stuff and being like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Da 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 da.
See,
like, this is
it's
the
not like
plan.
I promised those to people. I'm
No, but
literally,
it's
I
not
said,
even it's yourself. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Because then you get into a spiral of like, I didn't do it.
yeah,
So
yeah,
like,
yeah.
give yourself 2 months before you even like start trying new
Should
projects.
be productive, yeah.
Because that was like my biggest thing is like I started straight out the gate and was trying to make a job out of the things that I didn't get to do while I was in a job.
Yeah.
And that I think kind of hurt me because then I was like, I was getting like,
You were like feeling like you were
it
failing
was like
because
anxiety about how I hadn't finished it and then depressed about how like, why aren't you good enough to do it kind of thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't think you'll have that because you're a sane person.
No,
but, like,
I definitely thought about that because of like when I went on my month leave as well, I was like, okay, my thing for this month is I don't want to attempt to be productive, and I had to stop myself from being like, oh, I didn't do this today, you know, and then I think my biggest highlight was like I rearranged the garage, and did something else. I think I did something else, but.
Important things.
So I do have that in mind as well, but that's just what I mean. It's like my brain kind of naturally goes. It's like, oh, you're gonna have free time. What are you gonna do with your free time? Be productive.
And it's so exciting, but like for like a very different timeline for me. But like it's been 3 years, and I'm only starting some of those things now.
Wow.
But also, you already started your book, so very different.
Yeah.
I think you can do it.
That's why. That's the other thing. Is like I don't want to say it
I watch
out
lots
loud.
of TikToks and be like, yeah, okay, I send this to
Yeah,
Jay
yeah.
because you know she needs to be on her writing game.
Oh my goodness. So anyway, it's So we kind of talked about maybe wrapping up our 2023, or reflecting on 2023. But that's more like, okay, this is how my 2023 is finishing. Finishing up my work. And
But in a lot of ways, that has been your year, like you know, like
that has been the journey. Yeah,
and
to
also like
basically
the end of the year was the most like monumental part of this year as well, like in terms of. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
It's a big decision. Basically, it wasn't an easy decision to decide to, like for any job. But yeah, so
Yay!
but I'm excited for next year of doing
Excited for next
nothing.
year.
Don't ask me what I'm doing because it'll probably be nothing.
No books,
No books.
because then you'll be surprised when there is one.
Yeah, please, no books.
No books. Okay, so we decided that we can talk about 2023.
I know.
I was gonna do it too. We can talk about 2023, but like, why don't we do it like a Spotify Wrapped kind of vibe? So we thought we'd just go through and talk about different sections of our year. Oh, I don't like how formal this is.
It's fine.
We'll just talk about different things, like different categories of the year, and say things. It doesn't necessarily have to be from this year, but things we found this year, whatever. And just like talk about it that way, and that's can be how we recap our year.
I love it.
And yeah, hopefully you share the same thoughts. Hopefully
Recapping
you
our
had-
year with stuff we liked, and you know what would have been cool?
What?
We should have done Because you know how our name is not quite nerds, not quite cool kids. We should have done like a what's a cool, what's a nerdy.
Why can't we just do that at the end?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll do it at the end.
Okay.
'Kay.
I don't know what that means. But okay. So we're going to do 2023 rap.
I'm gonna do something different. Same thing, but
Gosh darn it.
I said it in the chat, but I don't know if you read it.
I don't
said,
think I read it.
I said that I'm gonna do 2023 NQN Awards over here.
Okay, fine.
Oh God, stop
Okay.
clapping! Put crowd sound effect clapping. Okay, welcome to the NQN Awards.
We're your hosts.
We're your hosts, TJ
and Jay. So happy to
Thanks
have
for
you guys.
coming. Okay, hire us for all of your events. We can MC. Actually, that sounds like a nightmare. Moving on. We're gonna go through this year into different lists. Should I just?
You just do it. You're the lead
Okay.
host here.
So, TV shows of the year.
Oh.
Okay, so we're gonna have the nominees.
He's gonna have nominees.
I'm gonna have nominees. So I'm just gonna say a bunch of TV shows. We're not gonna talk about them, but I'm just gonna say
'Kay,
that
hurry.
these are like runner-ups, right?
Yes.
Lockwood and Co. Great show, got cancelled. Sad. Loki, Bluey, love Bluey. Scott Pilgrim, Take Off, whatever that one. So good. School Spirit, Wheel of Time, Taskmaster, Class of '07, City on Fire, based on a true story. One Piece, Gen V. I don't know what this Carnival. That's not a TV show I've watched. And then Murder at the End of the World. So good, you should watch it. My winners. I have 2 winners. For TV show, best TV show of the year for TJ NQN Awards.
Is
I talked about this last episode. Scavenger's Reign. So good. It's
Oh
crazy.
my
I haven't even
gosh.
finished it because I can't. It's too wild. And Fiona and Cake, which I also talked about
you
on
did.
the thing. So, it tracks.
I love it.
Okay, go.
I don't know all of the stuff that you mentioned. I want to watch a bunch of the stuff that you mentioned. My winner is Loki.
Yay!
It's too basic, but I like Loki.
It's not basic.
And I also really enjoyed Wheel of Time.
Yeah. So much so you bought the whole book series.
Yes.
Okay, moving on.
Next category.
Movies. I have no runner-ups for this category.
You don't have
'cause
nominees?
I didn't really watch anything. this
The-
year. I watched
did you not watch
Arrietty.
Oppenheimer?
No, I haven't watched Oppenheimer.
Did you not watch that other movie that
I watched
I've seen?
Barbie. I watched Barbie.
Hello.
I watched the Barbie.
I watched Barbie too.
I like Barbie.
Okay.
Not my winner.
Okay. Did you watch Marvels?
No,
There was
Marvel.
this other movie that we watched that was kind of serious, but I don't know if we watched it at home. Anyway, continue.
I don't know. I watched Arrietty this year, but that's not a 2023 movie. I don't really watch movies.
I swear I watched 3
You
movies one
should go
weekend, but
first,
I
but
can't
I'm gonna
remember.
say my winner because it's
Say
pretty
your
much
winner.
the only movie I went
And
to
the
the movies
winner
to
for
watch.
the movie category is
Oh my gosh, this is the only movie I went to the movies for.
what? Barbie.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Was that this year?
Yeah, girl. Wild.
Wow. Okay, well maybe my winner changes.
Winner changes.
My 2 is Marvels and Barbie movie.
Yeah.
And Barbie movie wasn't like life changing for me. I really, really enjoyed it, but it's like
Other people
it's
be crying.
yeah, other people. Well, I actually cried, but no, it's just like I think because everyone has super hyped it. When I look back at it, I don't remember my feelings. I just remember how people felt about it. Oh, like the stories people felt about it. So I was like, oh, I don't think I had like a. I felt seen when she was doing her monologue. Anyway, I really, really enjoyed Marvels, and I think part of it is because everyone was pooping on it, and I was like, man, that was actually really good.
Yeah.
So I really liked it. But
I haven't watched it yet.
also enjoyed
Have you watched Miss Marvel?
Dungeons and Dragons.
So good.
No, I haven't.
I reckon you'd
I had a couple people
love
be
it.
like, "Hey, I thought you might like Miss Marvels because of the." Miss
It's very
Marvels."
comic vibes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And good in that way.
The next category in the NQN Awards
Okay,
is.
I feel like you should go first because I have a lot because I broke it down into song, album, solo, and band.
Oh my God!
And I also have nominees.
The next category is music. Here are your nominees.
Wait, am I going first? This is when they walk. Why don't we bring out and then they bring out the extra guests
Yeah,
that
yeah,
like
yeah.
gonna do the thing?
My standouts for music this year, and I also didn't really listen to that many, is discovering XG and NMix.
Love them both.
Amazing. And according to my Spotify rap, never would have anticipated Tori Kelly was my top listener.
What?
Yeah.
Over Taylor?
Oh, I don't even think I listened to any of the Taylor's versions that came
But
out.
I guess too though, most of the time when you would listen to Taylor, it'd be on the Alexa, which is connected to Mitchell's
It's
spot,
Mitchell's one. Yeah, yeah.
right? Okay. So I'm gonna go through this really quick.
I really like Tori Kelly's new album.
I haven't listened to the whole thing.
Like,
I think I've listened to the singles, but I haven't listened to
I'm
everything.
pretty sure her top song, it's like, is my top played song by a mile. It's actually insane. Like,
Do you
the
know what's
stats are
wild
crazy.
too? I didn't really listen to this much music this year. When I went through my Apple Music, it's called Replay.
Oh,
not
SB19 as well. Love them.
Love B SBs. Yeah, that I was like, so not that much music, and I was really surprised. Like I listened to it in the whole year, not just
Oh,
like a
yeah, yeah,
specific
yeah.
artist.
Yeah.
Anyways, so for Song of the Year, I feel so stupid.
Oh my God.
The nominees that I had are Yogurt Shake by NCT, Fall in Love by P1 Harmony, Sugarcoat by, I think, it's by Kiss of Life, and then Hospital by Remy Wolf. But my winner is Kiss, which wasn't very high on my end
See,
of
I
year
don't know
list.
any of these.
Sorry, Kate.
It's
will
fine. It's
play
fine.
them
I'm just
underneath the
making
song.
a comment that I don't know. So
Kiss by NCT, Doja Jung, which is 3 of their names put together. So every time I'm like, I'm saying this wrong for sure.
Cute.
Album of the year is Troye Sivan's album, Something to Give Each Other. I don't have
listen.
any other albums in that list, so there's no other
True.
nominees. Sorry. And then solo artist of the year, I had Disclosure, Caroline Polachek, V, Love V, Q, Flo, Pink Pantheress, Gareth Donkin. Did I say Caroline Polachek?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. My winner is Ryan Beatty.
Whee!
Great album. And then my band of the year, I already said them, but NCT Doja Jung is my favorite band. I really want to like my sister is a stay, so she has like things from Stray Kids, like bought stuff, and so I want to buy stuff from them. And yeah, I just had other people on the list: Tiny Habits, Kiss of Life, Boy Genius, XG, TXT, in Mix. Also, a lot of X's in that end section. Also realized that there's a lot of X's in K-pop,
K-pop.
and then also a lot of ones.
Oh, true.
There's a band called Kepler. The I is a 1.
Hold on. I have to ask Mitchell a question. Mitchell?
That's Zoe.
Oh, hi, Zoe. What's the first Zelda game called? Breath of the Wild. Yeah. Because
Our
there's Tears
producer,
of the
this is our
Kingdom, but that's the
producer.
second one. Of that franchise, yes. Yeah, and then but the other Switch one is Breath of the Wild is the first one. Okay, thank you. I was like, it's something wind.
Shirt.
Wind of the Willows. Is that Strahd? It looks like Strahd.
For a second, I thought it was. Yeah. For a second, I thought it was the guy from Baldur's Gate.
Show the camera your T-shirt. It looks like Daddy Strahd.
Teddy Stroud.
Oh, cute.
Very cute. Okay.
Oh my gosh,
that was
I was
my
just
music this
thinking-
year.
Is that specially made?
No, it's for Etsy.
Oh, from Etsy.
Yeah, so there's
See.
wait, so there's not one for Strahd,
Yeah.
but you know the Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. That's what I thought it was for the Baldur's Gate guy.
It's the Baldur's Gate guy one.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking I forgot that this was an idea, but I was like, maybe for Mitchell's birthday, I could have got him photos of the dogs.
That's so cute.
Like one for Ozzy and one for Ruby.
You should just do it, but it should be like.
It would just
like
be a
bad,
late
but
one.
like a bad version, like really bad, like using word type and rainbow.
Oh my
colours.
god. So I make it.
Yeah, you should make.
You
it.
should make it. You're the
Why?
designer. Anyway, thank you, Zoe.
I said you should make it bad, and then you should make it because you're bad at design.
I just
You're
realized.
so bad, so you should make it.
Okay, cool. The next category is game.
NQN Game of the Water Years. What?
NQN Game of the Yard-a-Weir
Game of the Outerwears.
is Breath of the Wild.
Wait, did you play Breath of the Wild this year? I thought you played Tears of the Kingdom.
No, because they wouldn't let me. Because I was like, yay. I started Tears of the Kingdom.
because you haven't played the rest. Right?
Yes,
They were like,
so-
you can't start from the middle.
Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, it's telling me the story, and I'm doing it. And then in Tears of the Kingdom, it's like you can glue stuff together. So I was really excited about that. And then Mitch was telling Zoe and Robin, they're like, I mean, you could, but like, I don't know why you would skip the first one. And I was like, I don't know what I'm missing out on. So,
They made you play the first one.
well, I just went and played the first one anyway. And I'm not finished, but I really, really enjoyed it. It's what I played when I took a month off from work.
Is there 3, right?
There's
Breath
in
of the
this.
Wild, there's something else, and then it's Tears of the Kingdom.
I don't know. I think
I
it's
think
just those
so.
two.
No,
There's
I think
heaps
so.
of Zelda though.
Yeah.
So the new ones
Right.
is those two.
Because old Zelda is like
There's lots.
pixel art vibes, right?
Yeah.
Like Mario or
Nah, it's also kind of like
Pokemon.
this where you walk around still, but just different consoles.
That's
Anyway,
correct.
so did that, and then I also Dune is always in my top list. I wish we will get to play
Oh,
it.
board games. I was like,
It's
Dune's
not.
a game
This
that
is
was
the wrong
supposed to be for the
category.
movie section, you
No,
dumb.
and then Dutch Blitz.
Yep.
I learned that card game, and it was really fun.
And you learned it like what? Not even a month ago.
Like 2 weeks ago. and it's
and
on
it made
my,
my top.
It's not my. I mean, it was really
That
fun.
was one thing about my replay, my Apple replay. There was so many songs that came out like the fourth quarter
yeah.
that are so high, which is kind of like
Yeah. I
how
don't
much
know.
should I listen to it?
So the algorithm is skewed.
Okay, nominees: Psychonauts. I'm stuck on it. Haven't finished it. Gubbins.
Oh, you actually played a lot. Oh, I want to play Gubbins.
You should play Gubbins. I can't do it because dyslexia. Overcooked.
Cute. We need to do it again.
Garden Story. I talked about that in like early days. Backbone. Also talked about that in early days. My winners.
We're good at playing Overcooked together.
I
eh?
know we should play it again.
We need to
and
play
We need to
again
bring the
for the
sisters along.
podcast.
We should. Oh my god! Should we just do our our gameplay? What is it?
Yeah, that would be cute.
Playback. My winners are Eastwood, which I also talked on here already, and a kind of game, which is my Pokemon Sleep app.
Oh, cute.
I've done it every night. Sometimes I forget to do it, and it's the saddest
The
because all my
only thing-
Pokemon are sad and sleepy.
I attempted to use it, but it doesn't have like a good selection of sleep sounds
Oh yeah, no, I just play my sounds on my.
on a different thing.
I play my sounds on my iPad.
Oh, okay. Nah, too many devices. Okay, the next category is internet obsessions.
I don't have anything for this.
I have one.
I literally put it there.
I
'cause
know
I was
you
like,
put
Jay
it
will
there.
have one.
Well, okay, I have one, but I can't remember what rabbit holes I went to. I know I did a lot, but one that I thought of is me pushing people into the rabbit hole. Is all about eels.
Oh yeah.
So guys, if you haven't, I'm not gonna, because I don't have any like information prepared. But basically, no one knows where eels come from. They've like, or when they did find out, it's very, very recent. Like you would think, oh yeah, cool, eels. Yeah, everyone knows everything about eels. Literally, they don't know where eels come from. There's a part. I don't know if it's all the eels in the world or there's like a huge chunk of specific eels, but pretty much for a very, very, very long time, and not till kind of in the very recent that they realized that the what they thought were different species of eels was actually one eel
River eels.
in its
Sea eels, same
different
thing.
parts of its life cycle. So it's like they basically thought like, you know, it's like seeing a tadpole and going, that's a different animal from a frog.
But they're the same.
But they're
thing.
actually like tadpole's a baby version of a frog. Okay. And then they would put like, they would try to track them because they're like, we don't actually know where eels come from. We don't know how they reproduce and all this. So they try to follow them. And then like, even when they put trackers on them, they lose the trackers. And the eels, so they have a rough idea of where it's coming from. So I think it's Sargasso Sea or whatever.
Yeah.
And I joked to someone that I was like, imagine if it was in the Bermuda Triangle. It's literally in the Bermuda Triangle. So anyway,
That's also weird. The Bermuda Triangle freaks me out because it's like a conspiracy
Kind of real.
theory and real.
yeah. Like if you didn't know it was real, you would just fully think, yeah, that's like a random mythical place. So anyway, that's my push for you to jump into the world of eels and how mysterious they are. They're
I'm
from a different
surprised that there
planet.
was no
Like my conspiracy theory and joke is that there is a portal to a different
Yeah.
freaking planet, and these are and they just
Yeah.
That's all.
I was gonna say.
Mitchell is mowing the lawn. It's fine.
It probably won't be a problem. I was gonna say I'm surprised that there was no like Filipino tea rabbit holes. There probably is, but there's a lot of those, and we can't get into that because we've got not much time.
There's
Okay,
a lot of
moving
Filipino
on.
tea.
Books.
Books.
You go first.
I don't have a lot. I just said
I don't have a lot.
reading. My reading always spikes in the summer.
Yeah,
But
it always
so
does.
my current. So all I'm gonna say is all I'm gonna say is
Wow.
I'm from New York. No, is I'm currently between reading Wheel of Time and Iron Flame, but it's just annoying because I feel like she rushed making Iron Flame, and so
Is that the lady that got all the Scottish names wrong or the
Yeah.
Irish names? Yeah.
Gallic.
It's so funny because, anyway, we're not going to talk about
Anyway, whatever.
that. My reading spikes in the summer.
Yeah.
I think it's more like New Year
Yeah,
than
yeah,
like
yeah.
a season.
Like I will literally like absorb books.
Yeah.
Bro-
Which is like funny because my book thing on Storygraph was 30 books this year. I'm at 24.
Wow, that's
But
so good.
I read a lot of like manga and stuff.
But
so,
in saying that, I listen to a lot of podcasts.
yeah,
So
I watch a lot of D&D.
and I watch a lot of D&D. So,
then
it,
it's like
for
that's
me,
where
it
my
kind of
time
like
gets-
balances out.
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
not in the sense that I'm. It's
I
like
would say,
I'm
like-
absorbing stories.
I would say half of my 24 books of this year are manga. And
Right.
volumes of the same thing as well.
Yeah.
So it kind of doesn't really
Yeah,
count.
you're in the same story. Kind
Like
of thing.
I've read 8 volumes of one
Hey.
series
When did Sandman the TV show come out?
last year.
Oh, okay. Well, that was on my top for
I'm
2020.
pretty sure. Oh my god, maybe it came out this year. No, it came out last year because I watched it with my parents.
Okay, go.
Okay, so I have a book called Dark Rise. Thanks, Jay, for the picture.
Ah!
It was really, really good. The second one came out, but I can't watch it because they don't have I can't listen to it. I can't read it because the audiobook hasn't come out yet. And it just means that I can actually get through it and I'm not confused. So I'm waiting for the audiobook to come out before I read that. So that was my book of the year. And then my manga of the year is a TV show that's coming out on Netflix. So look out for it. It's called Delicious. The English translation is Delicious in Dungeon. But I say the Japanese one, which is Dungeon Mishi, which I'm like, why would you call the TV series Delicious in Dungeon? What
That's
a
weird.
horrible name.
That's weird.
Anyway, so Dungeon Mishi, it's so good. It's about like a group of adventurers, basically a D&D party. Like there's a paladin, and they go into these dungeons, but then to survive, they make the
Oh.
food. So they have to like kill stuff and like
Yep.
these big monsters,
You've talked about
and then
this.
they make it into food. It's so good. Anyway, so I've been reading that, and that is my manga of the year. Okay, next.
Yay! The next category is projects. Projects.
Parfum.
How about you? Because you.
I was saying, the way we were saying it was giving like one of those perfume ads where it's
Oh,
like,
the project.
de project.
Okay, so stuff that you worked on this year that you're really excited about or stoked about or whatever.
You should go because I just talked.
I just finished Christmas,
Yeah.
and oh my gosh,
I'm so sorry. I was just trying to move up.
move yourself backwards. So I just worked on Christmas, and I've been really. Well, in general, I really enjoy working with motion and animation, whatever. So some of my favorite projects involve that. I'm just looking at my notes, and so this latest project that I worked on, it's all animation, was really cool. Basically recreated, like it was like my version of
Oh my god! I just realized.
a project that TJ was working on. I was like, I really need to do this, and this is kind of what I'm picturing, and what you've done looks really similar to the vibe. So can I just do what you've done? And I
Hey,
did that
sharing.
and applied it, and it was really cool. And I could not have done it without TJ's brain. And then my other one was, and I talked about it in the podcast, is I really loved working on Easter.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed like the storyboarding and like directing part of it, and then in the edit, it was really fun. Literally, like we should have done this. Like it would have been really cute to put this on social media, but like show the storyboard, like what it said on the script.
Just put it here.
Show my drawing on the storyboard, and then like what it looked like on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that was really cool to see.
Yay!
Oh no. Yeah.
I technically I did a bunch of work stuff this year, but I only have a couple of projects that I wanted to talk about. I did an illustration.
Should I have said this podcast?
I was gonna say it. So
Okay,
then I
go.
was like, I was
Sorry,
going to, right?
continue.
So I did a project for Emma Lester, SETI Studios, where I did an illustration for a cake business, called, I can't remember what the brand's called, but I'll put the illustration here. It's very cute. It's a girl hugging a cake with flowers coming out of it.
Oh, cute.
And then I did NQN was what I was going to talk about. That was like really fun. I also think like us doing something for ourselves and kind of like putting our brains together to come up with an idea was like really fun.
How quickly that turned around.
And I feel like that's like our MO now. Like I feel like if we MO
M- MO.
MO.
It's
letter
short
M.
for modus operandi.
Well, really thought it was ammo. Like
ammo is ammunition.
Yeah.
So bullets. Is that
I'm
what
saying-
you mean?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay. It's
our
ammo.
ammo that we put in our gun
Yeah,
to
okay.
shoot people.
Okay, no, it is ammo.
Okay. Yeah. So then that was really really fun, and I feel like if we were to do like a business or like make stuff for other people,
Business.
buy us.
Hire us.
Buy us. Buy us.
Buy
personally.
us.
You can buy us. Yeah. So that was really fun, and then my last one is a project that's technically not come out yet that people won't see until December, but
Like next year.
yeah, I don't.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
But so I'm like, I don't know if I'm supposed to.
I
talk
can't
about-
believe
it's
you-
Grit, it's great. That's what
Yeah,
I'm thinking about.
yeah.
But it
It's
just
just
feels weird to talk about before it's come out.
no. It's just funny that you're like,
It's secret.
yeah. It's like there's stuff coming, guys, but I can't talk about it, and it's so
Can't talk about it.
annoying.
No, I can talk about it, but it's
You
you'll
can
see
talk
it.
about it.
I did some branding for Equip Her for Equippers Church. We'll be out in the
Wow,
world.
you're doing
in
a full plug.
January. You can look at it. Sign up. I'll put a link in the description.
Invite a friend.
Invite a friend. Yeah, so that was really fun, and that was probably like my favorite project of the year because I feel like when we did NQN, it was like not as serious. So we probably like there was like first idea kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
but this I had to kind of like go through.
Go
the process.
through. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So anyway, so that was really fun, and that's my projects for the year.
Next category is Dimension 20 Seasons.
Yes. Do we want to do other stuff before that? Do you have any others?
No.
Okay, cool. I'm surprised you didn't do hobby.
Oh, I forgot about
Okay, we're
hobby.
going to talk about
Okay, sorry,
hobbies
sorry,
because Jay had many this year, and all of them have finished.
What hobbies did I do? No.
Knitting. Remember we had an episode where we talked about how you're going to keep doing
I
that.
was gonna say that the knitting jacket that I talked about was not finished. I probably did like 2 rows after that episode. That's what I mean. Like when I say it, it's
I
like
didn't want
okay.
to say I
don't
said so. So I'm not
no,
gonna
but
say it.
like I think after I say it, I'm like, ugh.
Now I have to agree with myself.
Yeah, but then also I'm like, oh, I don't really want that pressure on myself. Stuff pressure.
Have you continued your
My punch needling.
Okay, next category. I was going to say painting, but it hasn't finished. And
Oh,
I've
guys,
always
I
done
got a
painting.
new dog.
Oh, yeah, that's a hobby.
This is Ruby.
Hi, Ruby.
And Ozzy's still here.
And the old dog.
And the old dog. Oh my gosh, they love me so much. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started getting into punch needling. It's surprisingly hard to get into. I wish I should have just bought some kits from Kmart and gave it a go.
Yeah.
I had some very lofty dreams that
Hey, that's
I,
okay.
which is it kind of like stuffed me up because I really wanted to do so many things.
Just
anyway,
be your creative self.
yeah,
And a part of being your creative self is ditching projects as soon as you're not good at them.
yeah. So it's fine.
Okay, let's do our last section, which is not part of the award ceremony. It's just, our life revolves around D&D. And so part of that means Dimension 20. And so 5 seasons came out this year. I thought maybe more than that came out, but that's a lot. Usually it's like 4, maybe 3.
What's the 5th one?
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna read it.
Should I say I don't know. I feel like we should talk about each one, but then I'm like,
Oh, maybe say your order.
should I say the name? No, because I feel like rather than order, because I feel like there's only 5 to rate.
I thought you said to rate it.
Yeah, should we rate it or should we just
Yeah,
say
give
like
me your
what we loved
rating
about
and then
each
we'll
one?
talk about why you liked it.
I think we do it the other way around.
No.
We finished with our rating?
We'll see how planned we are.
Should we finish with our rating, but then talk about each, like I'll say the episode name, the series
Okay, cool,
name,
cool.
and then you can say, oh yeah, I love that, this way.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
This way.
These wise.
Okay, so the first one that came out was Never After.
Yep.
At the top of the year, started coming out last year and then transferred into this year.
Okay, that's why it's not
It
on my
finished
list
in
because it.
Yeah, it finished in April of this year.
Oh, it came out in November.
Yeah.
I missed long.
Because remember, it
series.
came out just before Christmas.
Yeah. That's why, because in the list it was like November, and I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, not there. But yeah, it finished in April. And then we went straight, which was so good. I'm rewatching it at the moment and forgot how funny it is. And just how wild and crazy. Just Lou being Pinocchio is enough to how crazy that is.
Standouts for me. I love them playing the different characters.
Yeah.
Best
Multiverse story.
multiverse story. The TPK was wild.
So
I was like,
good.
oh my gosh, I can't believe everyone died.
And narratively great.
And I just love that, like, all the stories were really familiar, but then how they twisted it and all that. I feel like it was heavy heavier to understand. Like I think a lot of people in Reddit even agree. Like, oh, it's just kind of like not as easy to kind of grasp sort of story. But
Also, binging it, I feel different about that.
oh, okay, cool.
Like, I feel like week to week, I think it kind of like
And people actually said that they're like, I think we will discover like what
With the
what the
binge
vibe
type,
actually
yeah,
is
yeah.
when you Anyway, so that's so cool.
cinnamon toast rolls. I say that all the time now because of
Lolly
Emily
popcorn.
Asford. Emily Axford. Okay, so that was really good. Ravening War came out next with Matt Mercer, prequel to Crown of Candy.
I did love it. I think I was very invested. But the tone is no. I liked being able to see Matt. I loved all the throwbacks. I really really appreciated like how he tied it in because it was like, you know, kind of like a short amount of time between his story and the canon.
Yeah.
So I really like that. But I feel like for me, my overall rating, by the way, I kind of think about it. It's like what stands out, what would I want to rewatch and stuff. I feel like for me, this wouldn't be an easy rewatch.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like I would want to rewatch it and then as a Crown of Candy rewatch.
yeah,
Like reading
Everything
the book
together.
before reading the book kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Reading the book before watching the TV series is what I meant. I really liked it. I wish this is so funny to say about a Dimension 20 season, but I wish it was more episodes. You know, like
Yeah.
when you watch like the adaptation and you're like, it should be more episodes because they missed stuff.
Yeah,
But it felt like because it was so short, like we didn't get to like sink our teeth into each thing because we had to move on to the next part.
But I
I
also
understand why.
I
but
really love how they did like the time jumps and then the
Yeah.
characters got to really
it really worked. Like that was the
Yeah.
part that was like, I felt like that made sense. It was just more like when they brought out the FDA. Is it the FDA or whatever it was? When they bring that up, it's like we learn about it and then it kind of like it's involved in the next half, but we're moving on to the war part.
yeah.
And that's where I wish we got to kind of like
I can
get
see
in
it like
that world, you know
I
what
can
mean?
see it as like, you know, the prologue to a really long movie.
Yeah.
Or it's like it's the flashback episode in a series.
Mm.
And so I can see it where it's like, yeah, and then they jump to this and they jump to this. So it was really effective in doing that. But yeah, I wouldn't in my rating it's kinda low because I wouldn't rewatch it. Like I wouldn't be running to rewatch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
But
we
I
said,
liked it.
but like a binge with Crown of Candy makes so much sense.
Yeah, cool.
Moving on to Dungeons and Drag Queens. I feel like we kind of
Yes.
talked about this in episode 5,
Yes.
but greatest season for people that have known nothing about D&D. Brennan just on his game as a DM, like teaching people while also like not letting it hinder his. You know, it's not like he was teaching
He
people
was
and then it
still
dropped
very
his quality.
Brennan.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously the Queen's just
Yeah.
being the funniest people in the world.
I
We're getting a season 2!
we are getting a season 2, which is super exciting. I thought it was too short, but
Yeah.
it was really fun, and yeah, like it was really enjoyable watching newbies to D&D.
Yeah.
Really commit. Like it's like they didn't know, but they actually did it so well.
Mm.
And I love the story that came out at the end when Bob and Thingy
Brennan?
had Brennan at their podcast.
Yeah.
And was being like, yeah, I was at a cruise, and I told this guy, oh yeah, I just played D&D, and then the guy was like, oh true, who's your who DM'd, you know, whatever, and he's like Brennan, and the guy couldn't believe
I mean, that would be like the biggest flex. Like actually,
it
that'd
was
be like
massive flex.
bigger than like meeting a famous.
But then Bob was like, I didn't
bigger star.
realize, like I wish I realized how big.
Then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on to Mentopolis.
Love.
Jay's obviously top from her rating last episode. Such a great series. Love the departure from, because it's the only season last year that was not D&D.
Yeah. System.
Which I really liked. I felt like I also think that was Carlos Luna's first, and you can tell, like there's so much in there that feels like, I'm so excited that he's come on because you can see the impact both in this and in Burrow's End.
And I love that he's on TikTok
Yeah.
because we get so much
Giving all
insight.
the
And I'm
BTS,
like,
all the
this
tea.
is so good.
He has not got enough followers. Okay?
Yeah.
Carlos Luna. Follow him
TikTok.
if you're on TikTok. It's smart, it's good, it is the life you should
So
lead.
yeah, I love Metropolis. I love that it's fast paced. I love how witty the cast was, and it made sense with them being in a scientist's brain. I laughed a lot, and like the system is really simple, but they did a lot of cool stuff, and it's like it's surprisingly deep for how simple the system was.
And
so I loved it.
how short it was.
Yeah.
Like we got to like really invest in each character. I also loved that they had a lot of like actual play TTRPG people at the table that are from other people, like the guy from Dungeons and Daddies.
Yeah.
And then the girl that also was from Mad I love that I don't know their names. Because I only know their character names. Attention Girl from Misfits and Magic.
Yes.
Yeah, anyway, so I really love seeing them at the table. Hank Green, obviously, a win. Moving on to the last one that just finished, Barrow's End, the true horror season of 2023.
The true horror. I think everyone's been saying that in every episode I watch. I message TJ. I'm like, this is truly the horror season.
I don't know what it is that makes me obvious. I don't know. I think it's like it's because it was shrouded under the guise that it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like,
we thought we were gonna get cute woodland creatures.
Woodland creatures.
So yeah, I think it's like
mice and murder vibes, not like bare insides.
I was thinking like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, exactly. Like with a little bit of mystery and like I don't know
Yeah.
something, but like I was thinking more Chicken Run and less
Watership Down.
body horror.
Yeah.
So very good.
It makes me wanna like climb into Abria's brain.
Yeah. Also, I love the jumps between Brennan, then jumping into Matt, then jumping Brennan, then Abria,
Yeah.
and then Brennan for junior year, which
Yes.
looks so good. I feel like we could talk about Barrow's End for days, but like
I loved it.
I don't know how we can talk about more like other than you just watch it.
It was
Yeah.
great.
That is
So my rating.
go.
I would probably go Ravening. Oh, so 5 to the top. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So Ravening War. Oh
no. Just
Dungeons and Drag Queens. Never After. Burrow's End. Then top is Mentopolis.
Okay. I'm gonna go Mentopolis and Raving War at the same level. Dungeons and Drag Queens, Burrow's End, Never After.
Is your top?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm also rewatching it, so maybe
It's 'cause
that
you're
maybe I
rewatching
have
it.
what is it? Confirmation bias.
Oh.
What is it? What is it when you like
It's
the
probably
thing that's in front of
confirmation
you? Like, oh no, recency bias? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
When you just like the thing that's around, but yeah, I really, really like that season. The miniatures, having miniatures back after a season that was computer for
Yeah, yeah,
Starstruck.
yeah.
Oh, I want to stick it to Starstruck. Yeah, anyway, so that was really good. Loved it. That is our award ceremony for
Congratulations to our
2023.
winners, to the nominees, any runner-ups. We love you
This
all.
picture goes to Dimension 20.
Woohoo! And
Okay.
Ruby.
Okay, so yeah, that's the end of our episode. We wanted to talk a little bit about next year and how excited we are for our personal lives, but don't necessarily know what is going to happen with the podcast. But I hope you stick around, subscribe, all those things, and we'll still keep up on our socials if we do come back. Yeah, lots of stuff coming from us, hopefully.
Don't say that. We're promising
Books,
productivity.
music,
Nothing. Promise nothing.
projects.
You will
that
see
definitely
nothing
happen.
from us.
We will see projects. We promise you'll see nothing.
And then if something comes up, celebrate with
I
us.
see something.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Happy
and a
New Year.
Happy New
Yeah. Oh no, you're freaking out.
so
You're freaking out, Ruby.